Hello, it's me again, and I hope you can hear me over the aircon. Now, today, what I'm gonna do is gonna take gonna take these guys here and turn them into a real life, a real functioning entity. So, I'm not sure if you remember from the first or second episode, I went over how I organized everything here into entities. So for instance, a repairman is an employee, and an employee is a person, and a person is an entity. So um, I'm just going to convert what I did here so that instead of all of this complicated stuff, all I have to write is, this dot janitor dot walk to, you know, 5 5 or whatever, and then he'll just walk across the screen. Right. So first thing is first, I'm gonna go to entity, and I'm gonna give it a sprite member variable. I'm gonna set that to null, which at the end of the day, this doesn't mean anything in JavaScript, because even if I didn't do this, sprite will be undefined, which is pretty much equal to null, more or less. Not exactly, but when it comes to like, even if I didn't do this, if I go if this dot sprite, it'll still result in false. Maybe I should, yeah, maybe it should take, no, it won't take constructor. So the reason I'm doing this, now you might be wondering, why doesn't entity just extend sprite? Why? And this is the issue that you get with polymorphism in general, is deciding is a or has a. Now, logically speaking, and by all accounts, a person should be a sprite. But I've decided not to do that. I've decided that a person contains a sprite, and the reason for that is, oh shit, what? Oh, I clicked the wrong button. The reason for that is, let's see, I need this launched so I can. You see this guy walking along here. Now, this isn't the case where, and yeah, I realize that this guy should be behind this guy, but it's not important. I'm not going to keep it like this. The reason that a person is going to have a sprite rather than be a sprite is because I may not actually want to render that person. So let's say that we're going to have multiple lots. Like, this is just a rundown place you can buy, but let's say you can buy like you can buy a spot for your vending machine at the local shopping mall, at the tennis courts, a bunch of other places, and you're gonna be owning all of those, and you might not be looking at every single one per se. And so what I want to do is I want to be able to create an entity and move it around, but without actually having to spend any resources on the code that draws the sprites. So I don't want to actually render anything, but I still want life to go on as usual when you're not looking at this law. Or if you're looking at a different law, or you're in the settings menu, or whatever you're doing, you're not looking at the law. I still want these guys to be walking around. Now, a few things might come up. You might ask, well, why bother? Why don't you just have a different algorithm in the background that just increments your money by a certain value without actually moving people around, getting them to buy stuff? I could do that, but I feel like this way it's a little easier. I only have to kind of implement it one time, and when the thing's not visible, I just don't draw anything. And I also just feel like this way is more realistic. And finally, I may want to have some other way of representing this. So I might have like a huge grid that shows all of your lots, and instead of drawing this stuff, I'll just draw some dots or something. I don't know. So this way I feel like gives me more flexibility. The second question that might come up is, say you have like 10 or 20 lots. Is this going to use a lot of resources? Frankly, no, because doing things like moving people around and just calculating really basic stuff, it's actually, the CPU load is extremely minimal. Like, it's not even noticeable by a long shot. The majority of any kind of slowdown comes from actually drawing the people and sending the draw calls to the video card and that kind of stuff. So it won't actually impact performance at all if I'm simulating like 50 lots in the background. Touch wood, but I'm fairly confident that that won't be an issue at all from my experience working on these kinds of projects. Okay, now so entity, sprite null, that doesn't do anything. Now person, I haven't actually thought this through, how to actually define a person. So what I might do is, might just take let's just keep it simple for now, and just take a file name of the sprite. I'm just going to go ahead and go ahead right here. Where is it? Just paste this. And just, oh, why is this 2? Okay, sprite. Now, since walking action isn't going to change, I'm going to store that as a member. Frame 1, frame 2. I'm gonna rename this walking frame 1, walking frame 2, and then we're just gonna have standing frame, which is at 0. It's actually good that I'm passing in this file name, because even if I passed in an image, I would need to specify the file name here, which I really don't know why, but that's how it works, so it's good that I'm doing that. Now, okay, this is all in order. Yeah, I actually don't have to change much here. Now the only thing is, oh, okay, child. Now that'll happen later. So this will say, okay, so let's say walk to action. This takes a point and stand action. Oh no, this doesn't take anything. It just stands there. Okay. So wonder if this has a, oh no, it doesn't have set timeout, but it has something similar. Okay, so walking action. Now this can go here. This stop walking action, and we'll also make a standing action, and this will actually just, this is going to be an animation but with only 1 frame, which is a little silly, but just for the sake of doing this quickly for the video, I'm just going to do it this way, and I might come back and clean it up so that it's not actually animating. Okay, this start walking action, this start walking action. This is I'm gonna store this as a member variable as well, so that over here we can okay, so oh, you know what? This can go here, and then this can just say this dot stand. Okay. And this flip, calculate flip, we'll have to calculate depending on where we are right now. So do that in a bit. Okay, sprite. This can just be at 0, 0 since it doesn't matter. Scale 4. Okay, run the moving action here. Okay. So what we can do is we go if this dot, oh shit, it should be moving. If this dot moving action just gonna move all this. I wonder if this is a, yeah, no, this is fine for now. Okay. All right, so moving action, if it exists, we set it to null. We set walking action to null. This is not good code where you're checking for one thing and then you're, but you know, this code won't actually cause any issues for nulling it out. What will cause issues is this dot sprite dot, let's see, what do we have? Oh, okay. Let's see, sprite run action. Do we have a stop action? Oh, we do. Okay. So then we go stop action, and this right here, not checking for walking, but yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna, just for the sake of having bulletproof code, just gonna check here, even though it shouldn't matter, just in case. Nulling it isn't gonna make a difference, so. All right, so if it's moving, we stop those actions and we do that, and then we go here, and then we'll say if it's standing, then we stop the standing action. Oh, okay. A lot of copy paste going on. Now we want to move at a speed of, maybe we should specify the speed here. Nah, I'm not going to bother. Keep that a constant for now. We want to move to, this is the point that we're moving to right here. Oh no, not this one here. And we don't want a sequence. What's going on? Does that look about right? This looks alright. Okay. Don't see any issues here. Now this, all I have to do is this dot sprite dot position. Fuck. This says a position, right? Yeah, it does. I'm just gonna call get position x because I'm not sure the properties. Get position x, and if the position is, well, let's see which ways. I think they're facing left by default. Yeah, they are. I always draw them facing to the left, which actually kind of pisses me off because I feel like facing to the right is should be a default position. But anyway, so if flipped is set to true, then they will face to the right. So if the position going from 0 to right, okay, so if the okay, I like this. Point.x is greater than this position's x, then it should face to the right. Right is flipped. This is pretty much done. I can see that there's a few compile errors. Oh, entity is not defined. That's actually just the project JSON here. So what I need to do is just key these in. Entity, person, and get rid of this trailing. Okay. All right. So gotta run it again. Oh, I've got to actually make use of this. So go back here and to get, so just go this dot repairman equals new, what is this, just person? Okay. New person, pass in the, and this is very important, we need to add the repairman sprite as a child. I'm going to go back and make it so that, oh no, person. He's not actually a repairman yet, he's just a person dressed as a repairman. Maybe it's Halloween. I'm going to come back and make it so that this is not necessary. But for now, I'm just going to leave it like this. Okay, so what do we have? Repairman. Yeah, that should be it. And we'll just go this dot repairman dot walk to cc.p. I don't know, 400, 400. So he'll go from 0 to 400, 400. Too much recursion. What does that mean? Let's clear this. Time to do some hardcore debugging. Oh, I see. You can't call this .super on something that extends from class. I don't know why, but that's just the way it works. This time it's file name is undefined. Oh wow, that was really silly of me. Okay, so I'm just gonna go to this file name. This is not very clean. Actually, yeah, you know what? It's a lot better to just. I'm gonna start the file name anyway, but for performance reasons, we shouldn't be making these frames from scratch every time. Just make them once. So that's all good. Now all I need to do is, oh wow, I didn't even rename the, yeah, I didn't even rename this, okay. So quite a few little bugs here and there. Just clean it up. Huh. And wow, it fucking works, believe it or not. Now what we can do is we can actually, I'm not sure how to, I think this moving action, see, it doesn't need to repeat forever, that's for sure. I think this moving action, it can take it can tell me when it's done, so I can do some crazy shit. Let's see. Move to. So like, whoa, crazy shit, kind of crazy shit. Let's see. Oh no, sequence. Okay. Gotta put it in a sequence, but that makes it really hard because this is all happening inside this function. So yeah, wow, this video is really dragging on, and I'm basically just sitting here coding and talking to myself. So hopefully somebody finds this entertaining or useful. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is dragging on, so I might do some stuff in between this and the next video. But anyway, just for the point of the video, I'm gonna instead of doing it the hard way, I'm just gonna find out. Kind of forgot how to do this. Time. Let's see if there's like a delay. Yeah. I forgot how to do this. There was a function that allowed you to do something after certain. It's kind of like set timeout, but alright. I think it was this. Yeah, it was a schedule. It was a scheduler, cc.scheduler. Schedule callback for target. Yeah, so let's try that. So you might be thinking, what is this? Basically, oh, I can go schedule, not just schedule? What does that do? Doesn't seem to be, this doesn't seem to be documented. So, why is the function schedule not actually in here? Let's try this. Schedule callback for target. Okay. Target is this. Callback function. Interval 0, false. Delay. Does that take seconds? Yeah. So delay. So that's after. Let's see, 5 seconds, and we can just ignore this last one here. So what am I doing? I'm making a mock to 400, 400, and then I'm going to make a mock to 200, 200. So let's see how this works. Oh, okay, I might need lowercase. Are you serious? What the hell? Oh, huh? It looks the same. Yeah, it's actually not a function. Schedule callback for target. And what does that look like? Oh, I've got to actually do cc director get scheduler. It's really strange. All right. So after 5 seconds, oh, function invalid native object. Oh, I see. It's the old JavaScript. Don't call this in an anonymous function. So we actually got to save a local variable here called self, and then call that from here. I'm going to get rid of these brackets that don't do anything. Alright, that should fix that. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. What? Really? Let me run this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh wow, okay. Oh, person 22. This dot sprite. Oh, I forgot to bloody set this to null. Okay, that's what happened. Oh, I've got to do this here too because I need to get rid of the old walking one. Okay, let's see how this works now. Oh, okay, so this is the duration, not the speed. So what I've got to do is I've got to calculate the distance. So what I can do is I'll just go CC. I've got to look into the distance. There. This calculates the distance between 2 points. And let's see. We'll say it takes about 3 seconds to walk 100 units. And so how many seconds is that? So it's 100, so 100. So let's say if it's 100, divide that by 33. Yeah, let's make it 30, just because it's not really important. Oh, let's make it 4 seconds. There we go. 525. Okay. Oh, way too slow. Why does he stop walking? What's going on here? Okay. All right. So let's go back here. Let's say he walks that way, and then he goes back the other way. That's actually fine. I'm kind of curious why he stops animating though. Why does he stop animating? Let's see. You know what? We don't need to do this. But what we can do is, there's no walking action. Only then we make one. Hopefully this fixes it. Yeah, it did, but I'm not sure if that fixes it in general. Okay. Alright, so now I want to test out stand, so let's see, just real quick. Okay. Still feel like he's moving too slow. So I'm going to make this 60. Go right here. Put the delay. Okay, so after 3 seconds, just make him walk a little bit. And then he can, this basically just does the same thing. So then after another 3 seconds, we'll just tell him to stand. So walk here, walk there. Oh, stand doesn't work. Why does stand not work? If this stop moving action, stop. Yeah. It's telling me that this is invalid, but it shouldn't be. Might be that once it, yeah, I think what's happening is that there's no way to check because once the action finishes, it gets cleaned up by the garbage collector. Which is kind of an issue. Oh, I guess what we can do then is oh, this is really bad then. Alright. No, it shouldn't get cleaned up though. It's oh, okay. Okay, I think I can do this retain thing. Let's try that. Yeah, that worked. It's really hacky. Basically, retain stops it from getting deleted automatically. But then we got to go back here and before we set it to null, we don't want any memory leaks. So the opposite of retain is it release. Geez, I actually got no idea. Does it say here? Yeah, I've got no clue. I forgot the opposite of retain. Let me just Google it. Yeah, I think it's release. Yeah. So right here, just call it release. And right here. So hopefully that's valid syntax. Yeah, that works just fine. Alright, I'm gonna end this video. Just want to make him walk a little bit further so it looks more convincing when he stops. Yeah, there we go. That's a little guy. Let's try it one more time. Cool, and you know, all this just took 1, 2, 3, 4, about 7 lines of slightly messy looking code. But yeah, that's the joy of refactoring things into to their own classes like this. And I'm also gonna stop saying I'm also gonna create another guy just for fun. So this is Dude Man. Oh, right here. So this Dude Man guy. And this is, what did I call him? Dude walking. So let's make him walk to slightly different locations. Yep, so you might be saying, oh, why is this guy on top of this guy? That's just because I created him after. So I'm gonna have to come back and implement some kind of sorting algorithm so that the sprites are properly arranged. And for now, I can just put this guy in over here, because we don't actually have anything. Yeah, that makes more sense now. Right. Okay. Hope today was fun. It took a very long time, so I might do more like this though, because I feel like it's quite productive, and I actually did something. Got to show you how I refactored my guys into adult class. So yeah, hopefully this was under 30 minutes. I wasn't really keeping track, or around 30 minutes. Hopefully it's well under an hour, because I certainly don't want to go that long. All right, so I'll see you next time.